Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the Fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoes.
Hello guys, welcome back to another beer review. Another beer from Slice Beer Company up in Lincoln, California. Courtesy of my BFF, Jared. Love you, bro. Thank you for sharing these beers. We reviewed... Shit, what was it called? Wonder Cloud? Is that right? Last night, first beer I had from Slice. That beer was fire. And that was a hazy beer. This is a West Coast style beer, which I'm super stoked on. And it is called Wonderleaf, and I like that label art. It's got that whole... this reminds me of like walking into a tattoo parlor and seeing... What the fuck is the name of... What's the name of the art that's just there? Whatever, it reminds me of that. Yeah, West Coast IPA, 7% alcohol by volume. It says Strata, Mosaic, and Citra. I've had beers with Strata. I'm not 100% familiar with it. I love Mosaic and Citra though. One of my favorite hop combos. So I mentioned it in our review last night. The head brewer co-owner at Slice is Zach. He's one of my buddies. So just going into this beer review, you guys know that, you know, this is one of my friend's beers that he brewed. So I'm always 100% honest with him. I love the beer that he brewed last night, or that I had last night, and we'll see what we think of this one. If you guys are familiar with my channel, you guys know West Coast IPAs, the beer I fell in love with years and years ago. I love me some hazy beer, but West Coast IPA is where it's at for me. So I'm hoping that this is fucking amazing because I loves me some West Coast beer. We're gonna use our Moxa Sacramento Kings logo glass because I figured I don't have Slice glassware, and I figured this is pretty proper. Being Lincoln is close to Sac, so there we go. Let's get into it. God. Fucking bubbles. Talked about it last night, and I just washed this beer out, and apparently water is what the bubbles like to hang out. If there's water left in the glass, that's what happens. So look at how clear and beautiful that thing is. Holy smokes. This actually is really, I don't know what it looks like on camera with the bright light, but this is super pale. This almost looks like a lager in the glass, which is crazy. Finger of fluffy bright white head. There's, you know, some bubbles that you can see. There's some floaties in there. Don't know what that is, but look at that. It's clear. We're here. We're clear. We're absolutely, what is it? Fabulous? Fuck. We just drain poured a Monkish and Trillium collab, so hopefully this beer is a lot better. Shove our nose in it. Not a whole lot to the aroma of this, to be honest with you. This, did we mention when this was canned? This was canned on April 6th, my sister's birthday. So we are just under a month old, not a lot on the nose. Honestly, it doesn't smell like much at all. That's kind of a bummer. I was hoping this was going to be like crazy dank, like West Coast, like awesomeness, especially with like the Citra and the Mosaic. I was hoping like for that dank kind of blueberry thing, but I mean, if we're being honest, it doesn't smell like anything. It kind of gives off like that bready kind of crackery thing, but there's not an aroma from the hops. We just reviewed a beer a little while ago that was like that, but when we tasted it, it was fucking delicious. So hopefully that's the same as this. So yeah, let's go and taste it. Jared, cheers. Love you, bro. That's so nuts because it doesn't taste like much, but holy shit. I'm telling you, man, West Coast IPA. If you like got into craft beer when like the juice bomb kind of thing started coming up and like that's your thing, you've missed out on, you're not getting what this is. And I'm not trying to sound like some fucking pretentious asshole. It's just the truth. This is the reason why we have hazy beer, and West Coast IPA is just an absolute delight to drink. This is fucking awesome. It's weird because it doesn't smell like anything, but it's what I wanted. It's dank, it's tropical fruity, mid palate. It digs in, gives you that West Coast bitterness. It offers a vegetal thing. It's piney, it's grassy. But like that bitterness is rad. Like it just digs into your tongue and says, hey, this is beer. This is not juice. This is old school. There's like this pithy grapefruit. There's some lemon lime in there. Oh, this is so good. 7%. I mean, this is crushable. It's just so strange. It doesn't smell like anything. Oh, that's so good. Oh, fuck, I love West Coast IPA. But that's me. That's my preference. That's what I like. This is my wheelhouse. 7%. I talk about loving single IPAs. This beer's fire. Like the residual like bitterness that just lingers on your tongue is awesome, but it's super clean. And I had said like it just smells crackery and bready. You get that kind of crackery, bready sweetness on the finish of that just kind of balances out the hops. But this is intensely hopped. This is, like I said, it offers the aggressive bitterness. It's West Coast IPA at heart. I love the tropical fruit note you get. I mean, as this is warmed a little bit, that kind of blueberry mosaic thing is coming out. But it's like that kind of, it's not juicy, but it gives you like the citrus kind of juicy thing without being like a hazy juice bomb. I remember like I would go back and watch old like West Coast IPA reviews that I used to do, and I would say those beers were juicy, which is completely different than what like hazy juicy beers are now. But this is so clean and so good. I love this. I wonder what this tasted like fresh. It had to have been just intensely fucking fire, because even at 3 weeks, almost a month, and the hops maybe have fallen off a bit. Who knows? I don't know. It's just absolutely crushable. So another winner from Slice. If you guys, I mean, by the time I upload this tomorrow, you know, we'll be getting close to a month old. If that's too, like, there's people who won't trade for like month old beers. I don't know if that's a thing with you guys, but this is worth your time. I'm looking forward to all the rest of the West Coast style IPAs at Zach Brew's, because I'm going to try and get my hands on all of them. So this is world class. This is awesome. This is fucking great. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Good stuff, buddy. So that's Wonderleaf from Slice. Up in Lincoln. If you guys have had it, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. Jared, I appreciate you sharing that with me. I'm so glad we got to follow up that shit beer with this good beer. So that's it. Talk to you guys soon. Cheers.
Thank you for coming behind the bar, in the arcade, all that shit.
Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the Fuse, so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.